Influence is the key to solving everyday problems and making an impact. In fact, influence is happening all the time at home and at work. Every single day, we are faced with the task of persuading others. Virtually everyone on earth seeks to influence people or have enormous influence over others. In one way or the other, we all seek that and act in like manner. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 major misleading ways people think they can really influence others and the only one true way to have real influence over others. As humans, we are our own worst enemies. We envy, we strive, we compete, we pull down with words, and indeed, anyone we don't fancy or at the extreme will kill such person. In fact, anyone around us who appears to threaten our popularity, relevance, power, or ambition, we are ruthless to deal with and mess up the person. Human beings generally by nature are not good to one another. Whatever you do or don't do could always generate a form of negative reaction or another from people. If you are quiet and conservative, you are seen as proud and snobbish. If you are friendly and outgoing, you are seen as loud and loquacious. If you are frugal with your money, you are seen as stingy. If you are generous with your money, you are seen as not disciplined and showy. Whatever you do, even opposites, will somewhat still attract criticism and reproach from people. Do you also realize you are more likely to experience disapproval and judgment from people close to you than strangers? Envy, strife, vain competition, gossip, slander, and betrayal is more likely to come from someone or people very close to you than a stranger. A stranger does not really know you and really is not interested in what you do, either good or bad. Your relationship frustrations come from friends, family, and close associates than absolute strangers. Despite this nature of man, the irony of life is no man can be an island. As tough as it is to find true, reliable, and trustworthy friends, it is impossible to not relate or interact with people anymore. Everyone needs someone. You will always need people. On account of several and frequent hurts from interacting with people, many today have devised theories and opinions on how to induce loyalty and commitment from people they choose or must relate with. Because many know they will always need people to succeed in life, and people generally are not dependable, reliable, or trustworthy, many devise ways of getting people to do what they want to their advantage. Now, from my research, I'm going to list the 3 most common but misleading approach to influencing people that many have adopted today. 1. Money. One of the ways most people seek to influence others is inducement with cash, that's money. Many people today want so much money because they want to, as it were, buy their way through in life. Money has become the magic wand, the weapon, and the key to getting results with people. It is a bribing and settlement mentality. Many believe when they give people money, the people will do what they want, even as outrageous as taking a life. The effect of this money influence is that you may actually get people to do what you want at that moment, but it doesn't mean they will genuinely love you or are loyal to you. They are only loyal to your money and not your person. This financial inducement theory would collapse like a pack of cards at the instance of the highest bidder or when you become broke. This happened over and over again. He who can pay more wins the game. Thus, money can't buy real influence. 2. Power or position. Many also believe power and position can make them influential. They believe if they can have a degree of influence on people by the reason of their position, they can get people to do what they want. Hence, many today are desperate for power, seeking positions of authority in order to make people oblige their bidding and demands. This, like money, also works to some degree, but it doesn't take away the fact that that influence is solely because of your position. If you hold the reins of people's lives, especially as an employer, a boss, a landlord, a sponsor, a parent, a political office holder, a member of any force, and the likes, you can, to a degree, compel people to do what you want. They will, out of the need to protect themselves from you, do what you want. But it is not tantamount to real influence. Because when the position is gone, when the power is lost, you lose the influence. In fact, these people will be daily plotting, planning, and scheming to get you out of that position of power if they don't like you and are not loyal to you. The best you get out of them is eye service and sycophancy. Once you are out of the office, you'll be amazed that your number one supporter will become your number one critic. Thus, this also makes it clear that power and position do not produce real influence. 3. Knowledge. Knowledge. The third and most common false approach people think can give them real influence over others is knowledge. Many believe with the knowledge they can have an influence on others, and to some extent also that could work. But the bad side of it is that you attract envy and hatred from many others because knowing more than others makes them feel inferior and insecure around you. When you have superior knowledge and understanding on any matter, people may admire you but not love you. Knowledgeable and gifted people many times are not always genuinely loved by their admirers, I tell you. That's why people always support the underdog against the current champion. The current champion may have worked pretty hard to become the champion and may have earned the title, but after a while, envy and jealousy will set in, and these admirers want the champion toppled. This champion has done nothing wrong. His crime is simply the fact that he is so good and better than others, so the people want him humbled and demystified. Mankind generally doesn't like a person with answers. That's why, especially with the black race, competent people hardly get elected into political positions. People fear what they can't comprehend. They want people they are smarter than to be in power for manipulation and control purposes. So obviously, real influence does not come through knowledge. So what or how then do you have real influence over others, you may ask? Okay, I'll tell you. But before then, let me sum these 3 misleading points I listed so they will sink into your brain. And that is, you must know that money generally attracts pretenders, fake friends, praise singers, and sycophants, not true friends. 2. Power or position also attracts people of envy, rivals, bitter competition, evil and desperate politicking and pretenders. And 3. Knowledgeable people mostly brings to light strife, criticism, verbal attacks, and oppression. Your show of know-how reveals the inadequacies and shortcomings of others. If you are capable and competent, you are likely to attract fake friends, traitors, users, exploiters, abusers, and conspiracies. So, now I believe you understand with me that real influence does not come by all these. Now, how do you have real influence? Okay. Over and over again, you might have experienced betrayal and disappointment from people you really trusted and held in high regard. You have gone through severe heartbreaks, hurts, and pain in the hands of friends, family, siblings, and colleagues. You have been sold out, lied to, and lied against, and embarrassed by different people. Right now, trust is no longer in your dictionary. You don't trust anymore and can't trust anyone, and wish you can just do away with everybody. But the bitter truth is, you will always need people no matter how hard you work and try to make life work out on your own. There are just some things you can't achieve without helping hand. You always need people. However, I have come to realize from experience and research the superior way to produce true influence. I'll tell you, human beings by nature have ego issues. They are worshippers of themselves, no matter how low or poor or irrelevant they are in life. Every man wants to be respected, appreciated, honored, and praised directly or indirectly. Lack, insufficiency, incompetence, and the issues of life makes it difficult for many people to enjoy this kind of expectation. The number one longing and obsession of every living thing is a solution to their personal problems. Every man is looking for someone or a way to solve their problems. Thus, the most powerful approach to gaining real influence is when you help people solve their personal problems genuinely. Underline that word, genuinely. Why do I highlight that word? See, people see through your acts of kindness and help. When you solve people's problems, bring smiles to their faces and deliver them from shame, disgrace, and reproach, they are likely to get easily influenced by you. They will most likely be loyal to you and want to support you in every possible way. Now, this is the caveat. Let me tell you this. If you really want to gain influence through this approach, your motive must be right and your approach right. Many people today complain about the so many people they have helped, and at the end of the day, we are paid back with evil. And the reason may be because they approached it wrongly or did the good to get something back. When you're helping a man, you make it obvious you have some expectations from him for helping out. He doesn't see you as a helper. He sees a businessman. He sees a transaction. He accepts your offer of help but wouldn't like you for it and will want to hurt you for taking advantage of his problem for your profiting. Secondly, when you want to help a man, don't talk down on him before you help him, and don't publicize your help. Nobody has to know you solved the man's problem. Even if your siblings, your parents need to know. When you want to help someone and you let his wife, his children, his parents, his friends, or your friends know you are helping him, he would accept your offer because he has no choice but would dislike you secretly for scorning him in the presence of close people. He would hate the fact that you made him look like he doesn't have what it takes, but you do. He will despise the fact that you made him look like a weakling or a man that is inept. He will thank you for your help, but hate you secretly for making yourself look better and superior to him in the presence of others. In true help, you support the person without hurting his pride or ego. You cover up for him and not make him feel low and useless. In a nutshell, to secure real and sincere influence with anyone, solve their problem secretly. Don't boast or brag about your being the helper, and also protect their ego and their pride. If you do that truthfully, they will love you, support you, and be committed to you, come what may. So, the superior approach to real influence is to genuinely help, love, and support others. It works, and it really does. To sum it up, I will share the scripture from the good book that buttresses and drives home this whole message. And it's Matthew 6:3. It says, "But when you give to someone in need, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing." With that, it is clear that when you show genuine love, care, and concern to others, you will have real influence over them. Selah. If you enjoyed this episode, kindly give this video a thumbs up, share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching. My name is Benzik, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers.